number 3 University of Tampa Spartans. Tonight, the Spartans welcome the number 17 ranked Rollins College Tars. At this time, please turn your attention to the field for a special message from your Tampa Spartans.
The University of Tampa is dedicating today's game to the life and legacy of Morgan Rogers, a former Duke women's lacrosse student athlete who tragically died by suicide in July of 2019 after battling mental health struggles. Although Morgan is no longer with us, her legacy and impact have created a growing community among student athletes, increasing mental health awareness. Morgan's message was created by her family and former teammates with the mission to eliminate the stigma surrounding mental health. Doing so by normalizing conversations, fighting to equalize the treatment of physical and mental health in athletics, empowering those who suffer in silence, and supporting those who feel alone. At the University of Tampa, we want to come together to make sure all of our athletes know how important they are and that we are here to follow them as fellow student athletes. To find out more information, please visit our Instagram page at Tampa Morgan's Message or visit morgansmessage.org. At this time, we ask you all to please rise and join us in a moment of silence to honor Morgan Rogers and the beautiful lives of the student athletes who have lost their battles of mental health. Thank you.
Thank you, Evan. Now, if you all please would remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Stars beginning with the Rollins College Tars.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of the University of Tampa, where tonight your Tampa Spartans will take on the Tars from Rollins College. Tampa coming in ranked 3rd in the nation off of 5 wins, 3-0 in the conference, and 12-1 overall. Rollins not to be taken lightly, however. They are currently 17th in the nation, and as we've learned to come to know that anytime a team rolls onto the Tampa campus, it's always a big game for our opponents. We welcome our visitors from Rollins College, and quickly just to run through some of their starters, Sweeney and Lamley, along with Metz and Paulo, Blinkoff, Coutinho, and Junko. And we'll just turn it over now to Dwayne Taylor, our PA announcer, and let him get the names correctly.
Number 6, Harry Rollins. And number 22, Conley Stone. Defenders are number 10, Gordy Gambo. Number 14, Robert Demmert. And number 8, Dom Ratura. And goal for your Spartans is number 12, Weston Schmidt. The Spartans are led by head coach Jamie Clark, assisted by Ryan Sullivan, Jay Goldsmith, Carl Bramble, and Matt Henry. The NCAA, the University of Tampa, and Rollins College all promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Using obscene gestures, profanity, racial, sexist, or unduly provocative language or action toward officials, opponents, spectators, or administrators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the premises. The use of artificial noisemakers and alcohol products are not permitted. Smoking is permitted along the fenced areas outside the stadium. Thank you and enjoy tonight's match.
Thank you to the voice of the Spartans, Mr. Dwayne Taylor. Does such an amazing job across campus in all the various sports. That's that golden voice for public address. And that's also a special thank you going out in case I failed to mention him later. My coordinating producer and technical director, Andre Paye, who again is another one of those guys that we bring on board to bring the pictures home to you and to help us rookies out in the booth. I will clarify right out of the gate that I did have a career in broadcasting. This is my first time behind the mic play-by-play for lacrosse, a sport I'm learning. So I'll be very basic and just try and keep you up to date with the best that I can do. So for two of the best teams in the country, you get the JV team behind the mic. We are underway here on the University of Tampa campus, 14:45. I'll give you the score often, the time often, and we'll follow the action as it happens currently with the offensive possession. Your Tampa Spartans, to our Spartan viewers, to our Rollins viewers tuning in, welcome, and we appreciate you tuning in. Shot and a nice save by the Tars. So the Tars with possession turnover, shot clocked at 77. We are underway here at the University of Tampa campus. And the Spartans on the season have come up with big wins in big games and look like that team you want them to be when it matters. And this one matters tonight, not just in the conference, but for the situation across the country in the standing, in the statistics, and where we stand as a team on the Division II scale in the NCAA lacrosse world. Rollins with the ball. 37 seconds on the shot clock. Taken away. Spartans have it. Will go the other way. Nice save inbounds. .58-second shot clock. Spartans with possession. The drive behind the net, working it right side. Again, setting up for that clear shot. Keeping an eye on the shot clock, which still plenty of time for the Spartans. Cho with it, battling hard. Cho's going to try and penetrate. Dishes it off across the field. Great stick work thus far for the Spartans. No score yet if you're just joining us. Welcome aboard the Tampa Spartan Network. No score. Spartans driving. Shot wide. And possession will stay with the Spartans. As many of you know, the closest to the ball going out of bounds retains possession, unlike other sports where who touches it last would lose possession. So I'm learning some of the intricacies. For those of you that don't know everything about lacrosse, we're going to learn together here tonight. Again, our main guy, play-by-play, unable to be here tonight, so I'm stepping in last minute. Again, we'll do the best I can to keep you updated as the shot clock expires and turns it over to the Tars. 12:23, first quarter, no score on the board. Spartans versus the Tars here under the lights in the city of Tampa, the heart of downtown Tampa and the heartbeat of Tampa Bay. 12:09 remaining first quarter. And the one thing we've learned, and that I've learned in my couple of years of being around this program and our women's program and the Spartans and this sport really in general, is sometimes the goals come in bursts and sometimes they're hard to come by, and you just never know as the momentum, and the momentum can change so much. Our women's team losing today by a score of 12-10 at Florida Southern in what was a great match, and the Spartans had a chance and were up in the fourth, but it got away. But that goes to show how tough our conference is. You know, we're very fortunate that the Sunshine State Conference is one of the elite in all sports, including this one, and the Spartans retain possession now, or regain possession, I should say, with 11:17 to go, 71 on the shot clock. In goal for the Spartans, number 12, Weston Schmidt, who has had some incredible games throughout the season. But the Spartans on offense, setting up, spread wide. Cross to the top. Zach Friend swings it right side. Comes back across. The drive. No good. On the shot. Spartans still with possession. 36 seconds on the shot clock. And again, I'll do the best I can with giving you the details for those just listening via the stream, but we appreciate you following us here and following all our sports at the University of Tampa. Our media team takes a lot of pride in trying to cover our athletes the very best we possibly can. Turnover going to the Tars, going back the other way. 10-20 first quarter, no score on the board here at the University of Tampa in Tampa, Florida. The Rollins Tars and your Tampa Spartans. Kind of a slow pace, just getting set, kind of getting a feel for one another at this point in the game. Again, both very highly ranked teams with a lot of expectations, and Tampa does well at home, and the Tars know that, so they're trying to get a feel for it. If the shot goes wide right, but they're closest to it on possession, retain possession with 40 seconds on the shot clock. Cho's back there guarding defensively. They bring it out, the shot goes wide. Possession Tars. 9:44 first quarter. Defense set for the Spartans. J.B. Clark, our head coach, who this year eclipsed his 400th career win and has just simply brought this program to an elite level in soccer in the NCAA, and we're so lucky to have him here. And actually one of my favorites is his son Jack, who's a big part of our team, only in 8th grade. But you see him roaming the sideline with Dad, and he's just such a great kid, and I'm looking forward to see what that kid becomes. But we have a turnover going back now for the Spartans. The Spartans will try and get on the board first, and they'll work it up the field slowly. 9:06 first quarter, 70 seconds. Possession just underway, a drive. Kicks it out to the near side. Spartans going right to left on your screen. Zach Friend comes back. The shot, no good. Goes wide. Spartans maintain possession. Spartans drive. Ball right side of the circle. Now coming around the backside. Ball knocked out by the Tars. Loose ground ball pickup. Tars have the ball. And it goes back to the Spartans' way, and they're going to come strong. Now pulling it back out. Jack Spears. Side of the goal. Back to Friend. Friend goes across the field. And the drive. Back the other way. The shot goes wide. Great effort, great look. Had a shot at it, but it goes wide. So still no score with 7:34 remaining period number one, or quarter number one, we should say. Under the lights, University of Tampa. Also this afternoon, men's baseball was in action, recording 2 victories over the Florida Southern Moccasins, who were in town for the weekend, and a great couple of ball games. And if those of you keeping up with all of Tampa sports, we had a really special situation at the start of Major League Baseball where our third baseman from 2 years ago, Anthony Nunez, is now a pitcher with the Baltimore Orioles. We will get that story out for you in video form on our social media coming up, and we also believe WFLA in Tampa, Florida will be featuring that story for us here at the University of Tampa. But the shot goes wide. And again, so several shots on goal for the Spartans. but unable to convert and connect. As I look down the media row here in the booth, I think Dwayne's kind of shaking his head at the rookie over here, but we're doing our best there, Dwayne. Very fortunate to be a part of this University of Tampa athletic department. And I see what goes into making each team the best it can possibly be, the best coaching staff in all of the NCAA, at least to those of us who get to be around them on a daily basis. And so much going on in this campus, so much going on in this conference, and this is one of those events. Rollins coming across the state to visit here in Tampa for this nighttime affair under the lights. And Rollins will have possession as the Spartans set up defensively. And I apologize for not being more connected on the names, but I'm 63 with bad eyes. And the numbers are hard for me to see on these dark nights. So I'm just going to be honest with you right out of the gate. Doing the absolute best I can. And the whole booth is turning their heads, shaking their heads at me. Yeah. Not my first time. Not my first time being my head shaked at. Just ask my 6 kids. But again, we are at 5:51, quarter number 1. Rollins and Tampa, no score on the board. The Spartans had several good looks and attempts, but thus far not able to put one in the net. Great goaltending on both sides to this point in this match. Spartans with it, now driving. Bomstead is over the right side. And teams that can effectively work that area behind the net can really set up great offensive looks at the goal, and the Spartans do it so well. Spartans on possession. The drive, the spin, the shot. Again, no good. Great defensive stop by their goalie. A 1-minute slashing penalty going to Rollins College. Dominic Cerrone. 1 minute for slashing at 4:56 of quarter number 1. And 60 seconds on the shot clock for the Spartans. And see if they get the opportunity to capitalize and finally get the scoreboard lit up and get somebody on the scoreboard here in this opening stanza of action. The 12-1 Spartans, 3-0 in the conference, and want to keep that streak alive, currently on a 5-game win streak. They're collapsing on the goal, working it out, working it around the outside, coming back. Looking, going right side. Aaron Cho, one of my guys here on the Spartans team that is just such an integral part of this unit, not just on the field, but what he brings to the program in so many different ways. The shot long and wide to the right. Another shot by the Spartans that they can't get. And we do got to give credit to that Rollins goalie who's having a game for himself thus far. 4 minutes, first quarter. Shot clock just underway as the Tars are bringing it up the field down the right side, swinging, trying to knock it loose are the Spartans. And that's my guy Eric Burbank, who plays hard and tough, and not someone you want to meet on a lacrosse field or a dark alley, because he hits hard and he plays hard. But the Tars driving back behind the net, swinging the ball. Spartans trying to defend, collapse in the zone, the shot, and yet another great stop Great stop for the goaltender of the Spartans with the stop, and it comes back quickly the other way. They have a break. And he can't hang on to the pass. And he does get the pickup on the ground ball. We'll see what the call is. We've got a whistle on the field. A 30-second illegal procedure call going against Rollins Collins. Avery Camuff, 30 seconds for the illegal procedure. And just so you know how we work it here, sometimes it takes us a bit to get you the actual call out because the official will go to the official scorers table, which you can sometimes see on your screen across from us. And we have a team of our media and people that run the official clock and the official scoring, and they will radio up to us, to Dwayne Taylor, our PA announcer, and to us here in the booth. And we don't want to make those calls based on what we see until we get it officially from the scorers table. So if there's a bit of a delay when we can get you the information, that is the reason why. It's a Saturday night before Easter here on the University of Tampa campus. The Spartans and the Tars, no score with 2:33. We almost have one quarter in the books. And several great looks at the goal and shots, but both goalies, including the Spartan goalie, who is having a good night thus far in Weston Schmidt, which is nothing new for Weston. He's done so many great things throughout the season. The expectations for both these teams is really, really high. And that's the one thing about coming out of the Sunshine State Conference is, you know, we're all concerned with the national situation, where you are in the national standings. And when you think about it, a lot of the national standings are right here in the Sunshine State in our own conference because some of the best that play the game come out of this very conference. So in some ways we're fortunate. In other ways, there are conferences that you get one or two good teams that have a little bit easier run during a regular season. Well, the regular season run for the Spartans and all teams in the Sunshine State Conference in all sports is never an easy one. I'm Mike Gallagher, fortunate to be filling in as the junior varsity squad here in the booth for you tonight with 1:31 remaining in quarter number one, 68 seconds on the shot clock, no score on the board. In this mid-season or mid-late season matchup for the Spartans. And, you know, the weather's been warming up more, and it's nice to play under the lights without the heat of the sun for these athletes. And the training and the effort that goes in just to being able to withstand what they go through on a daily basis, along with keeping up their studies and maintaining their GPAs and the work in the classroom and the travel that's involved. It certainly says a lot about the student athletes, not only here at the University of Tampa, but at Rollins as well. And Rollins, a fine institution with so many great majors, and we're fortunate to be in a conference with such a great school like Rollins. 34 seconds left in quarter number one. 0-0 the score. And see if the Spartans can get one more shot off before the half expires. 24 seconds left in the quarter. Excuse me, not the half, the quarter. Setting up, understanding where they are time-wise. They're going to have to penetrate and try and score. The shot is good! The Spartans get on the board with 12 seconds remaining in quarter number one. And finally, Jackson Bashaw lights the lamp with the goal, and the Spartans take the 1-0 lead with just seconds remaining until the first quarter is officially in the stat books. So finally breaking the seal, because the Spartans have had many great attempts and shots on goal. So to finally get one before the quarter ends, I think might set the tone a little bit different when they go to the sideline at halftime for Coach Clark and what him and his coaching staff will have to say about what they liked and didn't like as the half does come to a close. The first quarter is in the books. The Tampa Spartans get on the board late with a Bashaw goal. It's your Tampa Spartans 1, the Rollins Tars 0. We'll take a break. See you back for quarter number 2.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Balance. It isn't just essential in your sport, it's essential in life, especially college life. It's everything you need to thrive in school, in sport, and everything in between. The key is just finding a place where you can pursue it all, because the real beauty lies in the balance. If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
Welcome back live to the University of Tampa. With one quarter in the books, we're set for the face-off of quarter number 2. Your Spartans leading the Rollins Tars by the score of 1-0. During our intermission there for the first quarter, the Tampa Spartan cheerleaders doing what they do so well, and that's entertain our crowd. And we just want to give a programming note at halftime. Instead of cutting away, we will keep it here because they are going to recognize 3 seniors for the Spartans on their great work throughout their careers. And I'm telling you, I've heard it before, and I believe it after seeing the work they do and the way they compete. Our Tampa Spartan cheerleaders might be some of the best athletes on the campus. So we're back in live action, 14:38, quarter number 2. Again, if you're just joining us, Spartans scored 1 goal with just 12 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Jackson Bashaw lit the lamp, and here's the shot. Good, and the score is up by 1 because the Spartans have scored again at 14:28 of quarter number 2. This goal for Aaron Cho. It was unassisted, and just like that, in a span of 45 seconds, the Spartans get a pair. One at the end of quarter number 1, one at the beginning of quarter number 2, and the Spartans have a 2-0 lead. And I told you, and I made this comment in quarter number 1, I've seen this team go in these spurts where once they kind of break the hatch and start lighting the lamp, they continue to do it. And I forgive my phrase, the lighting of the lamp. I did hockey a couple of times, so I'm throwing those in there. Again, I am your B team, I am your JV squad, and just trying to do the best I can to bring the action home to you as best I can. 14:02 left until halftime. Spartans with the lead. The shot and the goal. We have ripped the cover off the goal and have gotten 3 in just over a minute of action. And this one is good for Rafe Bradshaw. And this one unassisted. The score now Tampa 3 and Rollins 0. And actually, if you look back at quarter number 1, they had some good looks, good opportunities, and some good shot selection. So really, this game goes just a little bit different. They could be up by more than just 3 goals. But nevertheless, we'll take the 3-goal lead over this 17th ranked team in the nation in Rollins. And again, the Spartans ranked as well. So these are 2 of the premier teams in NCAA Division II college soccer. 13:40 until half. And at the quarter intermission, they switch the way they go. So now the Spartans on your TV screen or radio dial, if you're just listening, are now going left to right. Left to right. And the Tars going right to left, obviously, because they do switch sides of the field at the quarter marks. And the Tars trying to set up offensively, trying to kind of break the seal for them and get on the scoreboard, because they don't want this to get out of hand, and they need to get the momentum going back for themselves, and that's what they're definitely trying to do. And they're very, very strategic about it. You know, that's the one thing you'll notice about these high-end lacrosse teams. Very strategic in the way they work their offenses and know what they're doing, and you know that there's a lot of game left to be played, and there is, with 12:43 until quarter number 2 comes to a close. The Tars with possession. J.B. Clark, head coach of the Tampa Spartans. Seven seconds left on the shot clock. They'll have to try and get one off. Ball loose. Ground ball picked up by the Spartans. Spartans coming back quickly the other way. Want to penetrate fast. Set up the offense. Down the right side. Kesselring. Rex Kesselring, number 53. He's to the near sideline is where he sets up in his position. And so many big names on this Spartan team. The Spartans trying to add to their 3-0 lead. Behind the net possession. Coming back, the long shot, the pass, the shot, and goes wide. Into the middle, the shot, ground, and wide of the net. Spartans maintain possession with 49 seconds on the shot clock. Working one-on-one on the outside, now penetrating are the Spartans. The shot goes wide right. 11:08, second quarter. Spartans using the full shot clock now at 24 seconds. Giving the defense a chance to get a break, and the shot and the goal, and the Spartans are on the board again. At 10:53 of the second quarter, the Spartans take a 4-0 lead as they get the goal by Rex Kesselring, who I was just talking about a moment ago. He now gets his name in the stat book in a very positive way. The 4th goal of the game, and the Spartans now have a 4-0 lead with over close to 11 minutes to go in the second quarter of this match. A face-off. It's a fight, and the face-off goes to the Tars. Maybe the most important position, but well, that's how you play a face-off. You don't give up. You go after it defensively, but nevertheless, the Tars get it back. Tars trying to penetrate. 47 seconds, shot clock. 10-15, quarter number 2. The shot and the goal. Great shot for the Tars.
Tars goal for number 16, Logan McHugh. His goal was unassisted.
The goal for Rollins was unassisted by number 16, Logan McHugh, so the Tars do get on the board. This also a team that can run off goals in spurts, so this one is far from over at 4-1. The Spartans still with the lead, but that was a great goal for that young man. He got the shot down low, got it past our netminder, and just like that, Rollins gets one on the board at 4-1. 10:07, second quarter. A lot of time on the shot clock, over 60 seconds. Rollins with possession again coming off of the faceoff. So Rollins with a chance to cut this lead in half if they can convert on this possession. With 40 seconds on the shot clock, they'll try to set it up. Coming across the net, turning around, the shot, no good. Spartans, great save. And tried coming back quickly the other way, but there's a whistle. And it will be the Tars' ball. Logan McHugh with it, the man who has the lone goal for the Tars with possession. Tries penetrating, pulls out, backs out. Looks across the survey, now wants to penetrate again, finds some obstacles in the way, but kicks it out, top side. Straight away, center of the field, the shot goes long. And a great job by Schmidt to get back. Possession for the Spartans. Full shot clock just underway, with just under 9 minutes remaining in the first half of play here at the University of Tampa. The Spartans just kind of settling in to get set on this possession, letting the rest of the offense get set. Nice pass inside. Shot just knocked away. Good effort, good attempt for the Spartans. Doesn't convert. 8 minutes. Second quarter. Tars with possession again. In case you're keeping score at home, the Spartans leading the face-off category 4-3, which we know the numbers show that when you win in face-offs, you often win the game. That's why the position is coveted in the soccer world, and it's the FOGO, face-off and get off the field, FOGO, because they concentrate so heavily on winning that possession right from the face-off at the center of the field after goals, beginning of quarters, beginning of the game. And the Tars still with possession, but running out of time on the shot clock with only 11 seconds. Now under 10, they'll have to make a move. And the possession will go to the Spartans. Center of the field, at the logo, long sticker. Down the right side, back behind the net. 6:33 second quarter. Swinging it out. taking their time. Close to a minute on the shot clock remaining, so plenty of time to get the shot they want. The shot is there, and it goes wide. Another good look for Kesselring, but he just couldn't convert. And it comes back the other way, loose on the field. There's going to be a little bit of contention for it, but it will be the Tars' ball at 6:13, quarter two. This event being streamed home live for you by the University of Tampa Spartans and the Sunshine State Conference. Tars with the ball from Rollins here visiting at the University of Tampa. Under the lights for a night match, which is considerably cooler than the heat of the day, which the women played today at Florida Southern, and it was a cooker on the field, where you could see the heat rising off of the field. It was a warm one, and unfortunately our Spartans fell short against the ladies from Florida Southern by the score of 12-10, but a lot of season left to go. I'm thinking these two are going to see each other again, and probably in postseason. Tars with the ball. And a battle. That's defense. That's great defense, but there's going to be a whistle and a call going against the Spartans, which will maintain possession. It brings the shot clock to 60. So the Tars with possession. Nate Paolo working one-on-one on the baseline area. Or the goal line, we should say. Excuse me, I'm mixing up my sports. And the shot is wide. 38 seconds on the shot clock. And it looks like we have a break in the action. So with 4:52 remaining in quarter number two, your Spartans lead the Tars 4-1. There's a break in the action with the Spartans timeout.
That love of sports is the #1 reason most people start officiating, and verbal abuse is the #1 reason why most quit. Act with respect and be officially human.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents, get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
So we're back to live action, getting set to start again here in quarter number two. Spartans leading 4-1, 4:52 remaining in quarter number two. This SSC conference matchup between the Rollins Tars and the Spartans of the University of Tampa. 39 seconds left on the shot clock to set the stage for you. Tars with possession. Swinging it over to the side. Good defense by the Spartans. The spin and applying pressure. A lot of pressure, actually. Now he's going to go back behind the net with the pass. And the shot is wide right. And Spartans will get possession as Schmidt Or correction, and where are they going with this? Nope, still going to be Tars possession with 4 seconds on the shot clock. They'll have to move real quick, and now it will be Spartans possession as the shot clock does expire. 4:13 in the second quarter. Moving second quarter clock as the Spartans take the time now. They're trying to penetrate. Cho gets hit hard, and the ball comes loose. Tars pick it up, going back the other way, but the whistle will blow. A penalty flag on the play. And Rollins gets a 30-second penalty for holding on the play. So that will maintain possession for the Spartans with 60 seconds now on the shot clock, and the action is moving. Now getting pressure. The pass comes out top. Tommy Ortega. Ortega's shot is good for the goal. How about that for Ortega? That had to be a 20-yard shot, 25 yards. If my math is anything close, which I wasn't good at math, but nevertheless, my math is good on this one. The Spartans are up by 4 at 5-1 with 3:16 remaining until the halftime intermission. And what a great goal for Tommy Ortega. As we get set for the face-off. The Fogos are on the field. And the Spartans with possession and their end. Schmidt works it up the left side of the field, and here come the Spartans. Johnson with it, Zach Johnson for the Spartans. Now trying to drive. Back to Johnson. Johnson comes topside. Kyle White. Kyle White goes behind the net with the pass. Jackson Bashaw brings it back out front, and they'll do that same thing again. White gonna drive. Pulls out. And back. Seven seconds on the shot clock. We'll have to try and do something very quickly. The quick approach, got to get a shot off. Does, and he scores! You talk about using time wisely. Well, the Spartans have just done that, and my guy, Rex Kesselring, lights the lamp for the second time tonight. 6-1, the Spartans take the lead with just under 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. The Fogos out again now. Still a lot of time in this second quarter for someone to get yet another one on the board, and the Tars win that face-off, but it's loose on the ground. The ground ball picked up by the Spartans, and it's still loose, finally. Sam Gotham able to haul it in and get possession back for the Spartans. let them work some time, and hopefully get a quality shot and get yet one more on the board before we go to the intermission. And again, a reminder at the intermission, we'd like you to stay with us as we recognize our senior cheerleaders for all they do, not just for lacrosse, but for all the sports here on the Tampa campus. We will turn things over to the voice of the Spartans, Mr. Dwayne Taylor, to let you carry through that. And they are getting set. They're getting the flowers ready. These are emotional moments for parents, for our athletes. And, you know, you love the start of every season, but when senior nights start rolling around, it really kind of hits home because you develop relationships with these young student athletes, and you see what great, amazing people they are. And it really is a special time when we get to these senior nights, bittersweet as it may be. Time running down in the second quarter. If you hear the sirens in the background, we have the Tampa Fire Department located right across Kennedy Boulevard from outside the stadium here, and we always wish them safety and the best as they head out on a call. We hear it all the time here, and a shot and a flag, I believe. Yes, the flag has been thrown. See what the call is. They head over to Morgan Braslow, the official in the scorer's table down on the field. They'll let him know what's going on. He'll let us know what's going on. .30 going against Dom Ratura. 30 seconds for pushing. 23 seconds left on the game clock until halftime. .12 seconds. Tars trying to get a shot. And it goes wide. And that's going to just about do it for half number one. And the whistles blow again. Timeout Tampa with 2 seconds on the clock. They know what a great time you're all having and listening to the B team, the JV team. So they're going to give me a reason to talk for a few more seconds. We'll keep it here as halftime is coming close as the official timer adds a second to the clock. And I am going to pursue this at halftime with somebody. What would be the reason for calling the halftime or the timeout with 3 seconds to go in the half? And again, coming up in just a few moments, we will say thank you and farewell to our 3 senior cheerleaders and the effort that they put in, not only here, but in competition and in all sports for the Tampa Spartans. And as I said it earlier in the broadcast, I'll say it again now. Some of our best athletes on campus wear cheerleading uniforms because of when you see what they do, it certainly is athletic, to say the very least. Well, we're about set to get this second quarter completed with the 3-second timeout, and I got to look into that. I got to find out what's the rationale for the timeout with 3 seconds to go in the second quarter. Oh, maybe the penalty time, but that does it. He runs around, Ortega, and that puts the first half officially in the books. It's a good one for the Spartans, although it took an entire quarter to kind of take the lid off of the basket and get it opened up where they could start putting points on the board. Had 3 goals within just over a minute between quarters 1 and 2, but it's enough to give them a 5-goal lead as we go to halftime. Your score, Tampa 6, Rollins 1. As we keep it here in a few moments, we again will turn it over to the voice of the University of Tampa Spartans, Mr. Dwayne Taylor, as we listen and watch as our senior cheerleaders are recognized. The entire squad is out there on the field, and it's time to turn it over to Dwayne.
Or follow us on social media at Tampa Spartans. Also follow your Spartans men's lacrosse team on social media at Tampa Likes for game updates and fun content. Tonight we celebrate the dedication, talent, and Spartan pride of our graduating cheerleaders. These incredible athletes have spent years leading the crowd, supporting our teams, and leaving their mark both on and off the sidelines. Let's meet our seniors. First up is Anna De Leon. From Winchester, Virginia, Anna is graduating with an allied health degree with a concentration in medical sciences and a biology major. Her second season with the Spartan Cheerleaders, Anna has also served as president of the Tampa Women's Fitness Club and is a member of the Women in Medicine Club, showing her passion for leadership in healthcare. After graduation, Anna plans to attend medical school with the goal of becoming an orthopedic surgeon. Let's hear it for Anna. Next up, give it up for Libby Diver. From Hot Springs, Arkansas, Libby is graduating magna cum laude with a degree in new media and a minor in computer science. A standout leader and athlete, she was named Rookie of the Year for the 2023-24 season and currently serves as our team captain. Libby has held numerous leadership roles across campus, including student vice president of Phi Kappa Phi, vice president of Order Omega, and a member of the Phi Eta Sigma and Chi Alpha Sigma National College Athlete Honor Society. After graduation, Libby will attend Carnegie Mellon University to pursue her master's in human-computer interaction with plans to become a product designer or UX researcher. Let's hear it for Libby. And finally, let's hear it for Sabrina Marciante. From South Salem, New York, Sabrina is graduating with a degree in nursing. On top of cheering for 4 seasons with the Spartans, Sabrina has completed over 200 hours of clinical work across public health, mental health, and acute care. She's a 2-time Spartan Warrior Award recipient and a member of the nationally recognized Student Nurses Association, holding multiple advanced certifications, including NIH stroke scale, advanced cardiac life support, and trauma response. After graduation, Sabrina plans to work as an emergency department nurse in the Tampa Bay area, pursue flight nurse certification, and eventually return to graduate school to become an emergency care nurse practitioner. Let's hear it for Sabrina. Anna, Libby, and Sabrina, thank you for your dedication, energy, and passion. Your Spartan family is so proud of you, and we can't wait to see all the incredible things you accomplish.
Our Spartan cheerleaders are headed to Orlando next week for college nationals. After bringing home the national championship last season, they're ready to defend their title. Let's get loud for your Spartan cheerleaders.
let's hear it for your University of Tampa Spartan cheerleader. Spartan fans, please turn your attention to the video board for Spartan trivia. Question number 1. Who is the tallest player on the team? Is it A, Desi Aaron, B, Peter Morgan, C, Gordy Gambo, or D, Rafe Bradshaw? The answer is D. Rafe Bradshaw is 6 feet 4 inches tall. Question number 2. How much does a lacrosse ball weigh? Is it A, about 5 ounces, B, about 4.5 ounces, C, about 6 ounces, or D, about 6.5 ounces? And the answer is A, about 5 ounces. Thank you for playing Spartan Trivia.
Welcome back live. We are set to start the second half with your Spartans leading 6-1. Goals in that first half. Kesselring put up a pair for the Spartans. Jackson Bashaw lit the lamp once, along with Tommy Ortega, Joe, and Rafe Bradshaw also with one of the goals. And great effort in goal for the Spartans for Weston Schmidt tonight thus far. But we have a lot of lacrosse left to play, and we are back at it. The Spartans moving right to left. Thank you for staying with us at halftime as we honored our cheer team. And if you had the chance to notice their performance, they are going back to try and reclaim the national championship, which was theirs a year ago. And if you just saw their performance at halftime, you think they got a pretty good shot when they head to Orlando in a week for the national championships. And maybe most impressive at all, I know I'm talking a lot about them, but they deserve it. We introduced 3 of our senior cheerleaders. 1 is on her way to becoming an orthopedic surgeon. 1 is heading to Carnegie Mellon, which is one heck of an institution for her graduate program, which is going to be something spectacular in some of their, I believe it's in computer analysis and whatnot. And the 3rd is going to be a critical care nurse. So the athletic achievements our student athletes accomplish are one thing, but what they do in the classroom and what they'll ultimately become in society is where we really excel on this University of Tampa campus. And we're excelling right here in Lacrosse, leading 6-1, 13:47, third quarter. Only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Spartans moving right to left. And the turnover will, as the clock will expire, and Rollins will take back possession. Rollins trying to really get it going and get it in gear, because they are 17th in the nation, and they came in here expecting to leave here with a victory. So you can bet they'll be giving it 150% to try and get right back in this one, because there is still more than plenty of time for the Rollins Stars. J.B. Clark, our head coach, more than 400 career wins, a stellar career as the Spartans mentor. And the Spartans setting it up. And the Rollins Stars have made a change at goalie. And Colin Selters now enters the game as the goalie for the Tars. And the Tars have possession, and they'll quickly bring it up the field. Nice work inside, shot, great save by Schmidt. Fight for it, ground ball on the floor. And the Spartans want possession. And the Tars will maintain possession. The lone goal, Logan McHugh, number 16 for the Tars, that came in the second quarter of this game. The Tars driving, and the shot, and the goal, and the score for number 7, Aaron Williams. So just like that, the Tars get one back and get within 4 of the Spartans at 12:16 to go in quarter 3. Again, you're watching via TampaSpartans.tv or the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. We welcome you on both. And again, we must put out a disclaimer. Your play-by-play guy who's normally here and does a great job was unable to make it tonight. And I'm the junior varsity squad filling in first time at the mic for a men's lacrosse game and learning the game with so many along with you. I'm doing my very best. I'm old, I'm blind, and I'm calling the game for you. So I'm looking through my camera to see the numbers. So again, give me a little bit of leeway. I'll do the best I can to keep you up to date. And where we are in this one is 11:35 to go, quarter 3, 41 seconds shot clock. Tars with the ball. Tars driving, just scored to get it within 4, trying to cut the lead in half. McHugh drops, falls, gets back up, maintains possession. McHugh working against the Spartans, comes across the field. And 60 seconds to the shot clock. Tampa gets penalized, going against number 27 for the Spartans. Sam Millison for an interference call at 11:15 of the third. And the Tars with possession. Trying to capitalize on the penalty. Loose. Spartans fighting for it. The Spartans pick it up. Now they'll set in the backfield. Coming across the field. Down the line. Here come the Spartans. Give them a chance to set up their offense. Just under a minute on the shot. Cho wants to drive, now spins, pulls back out. Gonna go back in again, comes with the pass. Behind the net, setting it up. The Spartans, nice move. Grant Green pivotal on that possession, but unable to get on the board. Spartans need to light the lamp once again. And the shot is a great save for the new Tars goaltender, number 10, who absolutely made a great save. That was a rocket coming at him. Colin Selters, who just replaced their first half goalie here at the start of quarter number 3. The Tars have possession, down 4, 6-2. Spartans setting up defensively. Tars taking their time. Working the 5-ounce lacrosse ball, which I learned at halftime from our voice of the Spartans, who gave the Spartan quiz up on the scoreboard. And how much does a lacrosse ball weigh? 5 ounces. Unless you get hit by it at 75 miles per hour, then it feels like a cannonball. Tars 16 seconds on the shot. And the Spartans get it back. Schmidt will bring it out to his right. Spartans will work it up the field. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt, long pass. Easily caromed in. This pass a little bit high, but the Spartans maintain. Kyle White gets it over. Comes across the field. Eric Burbank working one-on-one, now penetrates, takes the pass across the field, coming in with a shot, and another good save by this goaltender for the Tars that they've just put into the game here in the third quarter. Great saves by a goalie can certainly get momentum going well for a team. And I think that's what the Tars are actually hoping for, is that they can achieve some type of momentum shift. They did get one goal back to cut it to within 4. And here's the play again, and it goes out of bounds, and that will be Spartans' ball. Weston Schmidt going to penetrate up the field a little bit before going back out to his flank. Tommy Ortega comes back to Cho. Aaron Cho from Alberston, New York. previously at Boston University and now at Tampa Spartan, and now with a drive and a little bit of physical play going on, as often is the case with the Tampa Spartans. He kicks it back out to Burbank, across the field. Ortega comes inside, shot goes wide, and the Tars will get possession with a full 80-second shot clock in quarter number 3, 6:06 remaining. I'm Mike Gallagher, along with Andre Paillet, my technical and director and producer. He's the man that brings the pictures home to you, so he's the star of the show in my eyes, and he's keeping me calm knowing that I'm panicked doing this for the first time. I asked him, how do I do this? He said, just tell us what you see. I didn't have the heart to tell him I'm blind. And the windows have a nice coating to them too. I'll just say, I'm going to take care of that on Monday. But we have a great atmosphere here at the University of Tampa with all of us that work in the communications department and are fortunate with our sports information directors, Tom Colby and Morgan Brassler, and the entire staff, our student photographers and media team that just go all out, and we're so fortunate that our media team gets really so much recognition around the conference. When we show up at a game, we often hear from the other teams that, oh, the Tampa media people are here, and it's a good feeling to know that the work our student media photographers and videographers and content creators, and they put their heart and soul into it. Some of them go on to great jobs. We have people that work in Major League Baseball, people that work with the Tampa Bay Lightning, and are just true gifted storytellers. You know, we work with the cameras, but the ability of these students to tell stories with our athletes in a positive way is something very special to all of us on this campus, and I'm so fortunate that I get to learn from these kids as an old man. I've been told I'm too old to be a content creator. I said I'm too old to be a lot of things, and one of them is the play-by-play guy here this evening. But it's a shot for Rollins that goes wide. 6-2, 4:36, quarter number 3. And Rollins with possession, 50 seconds. They got to push back to 60 on the out of bounds on the shot clock. So they're taking time, setting it up. And this young man has one of the goals and his name is Aaron Williams. And he's a fun player to watch. Brings a lot of energy to the field. And Williams working against the Spartan defense, looking for a spot. Finds a man, ball loose. The Tars maintain possession. Tars driving, shot. Actually, it was a pass across the front of the net that went wide. And that gives possession back to the Spartans. They get a full 80 on the shot clock. And 3:45 to go in quarter number 3. We've had a lull for goals from the Spartans here in the last several minutes. But we know that can change with one good possession, one good look, and another good goal would be just what the doctor ordered. Nice crowd on hand at the Namoli Family Complex here. And it's a beautiful lacrosse stadium here on the University of Tampa campus, located right on the boulevard of Kennedy Boulevard. And there's a collision on the field. Tars hold on to it, and they push the ball ahead. Tars trying to capitalize on the chaos. Spartans come back strong. They're going to make them earn it if they're going to score. Great recovery by the Spartans defensively. And they are fighting hard. This game is amazing. Schmidt with an incredible save, not once, but twice. there a penalty? We got a flag down here at the near side of the field underneath the press box in the grandstands. It was away from me. Let me see what the call is.
Tampa penalty to number 7, Aaron Cho.
Aaron Cho with the 30-second pushing penalty. So the Tars get 60 full seconds on the shot clock and possession, more importantly, with 2:44 to go. After an unbelievable save that kind of hit twice, and he had to make 2 saves on 1 save. I don't know how he stat that. Does that go as 2 saves since he kind of saved it twice in there? But Schmidt is having a night. He's really having a night to this point, leading 6-2. And he knocks this one away. The Tars get it back. Williams brings it out top side. And the shot. And this one goes wide. And the defense is loving what they're doing. The Tars trying to penetrate. They get a full 60 seconds on the shot clock with the shot on goal. And another shot on goal bounces away. Goes out of bounds. Tars closest to it. And 38 seconds on the shot. 1:45 remaining in the quarter. Williams driving hard. Looks like he might want to try and find a shot. Pulls back out. Goes behind the net with the pass, and it's knocked away. Great defensive stand by the Spartans and a great play by Thomas Yavinsky. Yavinsky got a stick on that one and was able to knock it down and get possession back going the way of the Spartans, going right to left. On your TV screen in just over a minute, that possession will change and go the other way because we will come to quarter number 4. The Spartans need to maintain the pressure. Spartans drive. Behind the net. Burbank. To Kesselring. Kesselring. Shot. Still loose. Another shot. Knocked away. And saved by, again, that goalie that they've replaced and put on the field here for the Tars, who has done an outstanding job here in the third quarter. 15 seconds until the quarter closes. See if we just wind it down, but now the Tars want to try and take a shot and get something. Use every second possible. I guess when you're down 4 going to the 4th, and there's a collision and a sandwich. And the shot and the goal, but wasn't in time. McHugh gets it in the net. They're going to talk about this one. And they say no goal. Wave it off. And as we wave it off, we wave the Spartans on to a 6-2 lead with a break in the action. We'll be back here live on the University of Tampa campus in just a few moments.
Tars 2.
So we are set for quarter number 4 in the face-off. The Fogos are on the field fighting for it as they do. And this will go possession of the Tars. Again, they swap sides, so the Tars now going right to left. The Spartans going left to right on your computer or TV screen, or on your radio dial if you're listening through your car. And we welcome you back to the University of Tampa campus, where your Spartans currently at 12-1, 3-0 in the conference on a 5-game win streak, trying to improve on all those numbers by 1 against a nationally ranked, number 17th ranked Rollins Tars. Rollins with possession. But Weston Schmidt has had a great night between the pipes in net. But the Tars not giving up. They're not going to go quietly into the night here under the Tampa sky. And that shot goes wide and outside. And I don't know how many of you that are watching have ever been to this Namoli Family Center in the intramural and lacrosse complex. But literally the end zone that the Tars are shooting at sits under the skyline of the city of Tampa. And it is just simply, you know, I call it a Norman Rockwell of college soccer. It's just beautiful. It really is just a beautiful place to watch a lacrosse game and to feel the energy of college athletics and what college athletics is supposed to be. And we're so lucky here at the University of Tampa to have the staff, the professors, the administration that we do, that really makes some moments here for our student athletes. And hopefully we're going to have a moment here tonight, because this is a big game, but there's a flag on the field, I believe. Officials are talking on the field. Not quite sure what the call was, but it's the Spartans' ball. And the Spartans working now left to right. Have not scored in a while. Scored early in the third, 6 goals on the night. The only multi-goal scorer is Kesselring. And that looks like Ortega to me. Yes, Ortega with a shot and the goal. Tommy Ortega lights it up again with his second of the night, giving the Spartans a 7-2 lead with just over 13 minutes remaining in the game. So the Spartans now up by 5 and need to maintain the pressure, maintain the intensity level, and keep the pressure on. Because up until this point, the goalie that the Tars have put into the game in the third has done a really nice job for the Tars, and that's Colin Selters. The young man from Erie, it's got to be Erie, Colorado. He's not from Erie, PA, because I'm from Erie, PA, and I'm just looking down at that on the sheet, and I saw Erie next to his name. He is from Erie, PA, being where I'm from, and that explains why he's good. Just joking. That's just a joke. Oh, boy, I'm going to get through this. 12:45 to go. I got my guy helping me out, Andre Paye, who's telling me that I'm doing okay, and he can't wait to get to the club later on to tell everybody he won't believe what I had to do tonight. I had the old guy in the booth with me. So the Tars with possession, 35 seconds on the shot clock. 12-17. And the shot goes high, out of bounds, and I believe that'll be a Tars possession, and it is. $18 seconds shot clock. And he's hit from behind. Ball comes loose. And a flag comes in. I think we saw that coming. We'll see who it's called against. May have been a penalty, but it did serve its purpose. It knocked the ball loose. And it will be a pushing penalty.
Tampa penalties number 14, Robert Demmer.
Robert Demmer gets the pushing penalty at 11:58 of the fourth quarter. And the Tars spreading it out. Circling the wagon, if you will, trying to get set up for a good look at the goal. Get off a shot. Down by 5, and not anymore. They get on the board. And the goal goes to Nate Paulo, who brings them back within 4. It's 7-3. Paulo and the Tars making good effort to take control after the penalty to get the shot early, to get the shot in, and to keep this game alive for Rollins College. They are not going to go away lightly. Face off. Loose, and the Tars are going to come up with it again. And they do. That is their 7th win in the face-off category to the Spartans 6. And the Spartans take a lot of pride in that face-off position. And a missed shot, but the Tars maintain possession. 60-second reset on the shot clock. Ball loose. Spartans working for it. Can't pick up the ground ball. Now the Spartans do. And it's our goaltender who gets it. Now he's getting pressure and has to clear it, and he does. Weston Schmidt bargaining for a little more than he wanted to handle right there, but as he does so well, he handles so much pressure and handles so much, whether it's in goal or outside goal or getting an offense started or getting everybody set. This guy is one real team leader, and Tommy Ortega as well, who is the man with the ball currently. Ortega slowing it down. And I don't know enough about the game to make calls, but I get that they're now trying to burn clock with the possessions, is what I'm guessing as a layman learning lacrosse while I sit here in the booth and get to talk to all of you. But Cho brings it over, swings it around the back of the net, and back out front. 24 seconds. They want to use the shot clock, use the time. Attempt by the Tars to take it away. It doesn't work. Comes back the shot. Good save by this goaltender again. The pickup goes back to the Tars. They'll work quickly up the field. And defense there by the Spartans. And the flag is going. This one, I believe, is going to go against Jackson Bashaw. He hammered him. And he achieved his goal. He knocked him down, knocked the ball loose. But I think Bashaw knew it was coming. We'll see what's official and see if I got that call right. I'll wait for the look down from my crew here in the press box that have been helping me along with this journey. If nothing else, I think I've provided some humor on this night before Easter to the crew here in the press box.
Tampa penalties number 13, Jackson Bashaw, 30 seconds for holding.
And it is a 30-second holding call going against Jackson Bashaw. He knew it just as the flag dropped at his feet. But the Tars maintain possession. They get 80 full seconds on the shot clock. And a shot by Williams, and it is in. I believe it bounced off the post. And he scores again. Aaron Williams. Let me see. That's definitely his second. It might be his third goal. Let me check my stats. That's his second goal of the night. But when he scores, he lets you know it. Puts on a little show for you. And I'm not complaining about it. As a photographer, I like the show that the guys will do, just not when they're not on my team. But now that makes it a 3-goal game. So we need to get serious here again, do the Spartans, and take control back here and find a way to get another one on the board and run clock. Kesselring with possession. Working across the field, taking his time. He'll kick it back center field. Kyle White. And on the far side of the field, now behind the net. Burbank works it out. Burbank, long possession. He's trying to work against the defense and kicks it down to White. Now back out, center, the shot. And no good. Nice attempt made by Rafe Bradshaw, who scored earlier the game, has one of the 7 goals for the Spartans here tonight. 8:08 remaining in this ball game. 7-4. Spartans with a 3-goal lead, and they seem to be getting a little bit serious again and picking up the tempo a little bit. And that one will go out of bounds. And Spartans will get possession. And I'll give you the time constantly because it becomes crucial, particularly on possessions. They've got 80 seconds with which to work. And Weston Schmidt works it up the side of the field. Goes long with the pass to Kyle White. And Grant Green kicks it off. Center field to Cho. Cho acts as if he's going to penetrate, pulls back, kicks out the pass, back to Cho. Cho looks across the field, now comes back, and the shot by Tommy Ortega is a good shot, but a great stop by this second half goalie that has been put on the field for Rollins. And I've said his name a few times, I'll say it again, Colin Selters. Spartans maintain possession, 36 seconds shot clock. 6:46 remaining in the game, a 3-goal lead in this Sunshine State Conference matchup. These games are crucial, not just for the conference, but on the national playing field. And just like that, it's a 4-goal lead as the Spartans get on the scoreboard again with the goal. This time it goes for the Spartans, Jackson Bashaw. Bashaw with his second goal of the night gives the Spartans that 4-goal advantage with 6:34 remaining in the game. And the Spartans needed that one to kind of remind themselves that this is their field. This is their town. This is their conference. And hopefully when the end of the day happens a few weeks from now, this will be their nation too, because that's the ultimate goal for every Spartan team. The Sunshine State Conference Championships are special, but we're here for natties. And I have rings to prove it. Don't get me started. Let's just get back to the game and see if I can figure this lacrosse thing out. 6:23 to go. 8-4, Spartans lead. Coach Clark has to be happy with this bit of a turnaround and a good save for Weston Schmidt. Picked up by the Spartans. And they'll try to regroup, and that's Bashaw, I believe, has picked it up. And coming up the right side of the field, nice job to avoid the pressure. Harry Boland all the way up the field, now kicks off the pass, trying to set it up, kick it back out. There's my guy, Cho. He makes things happen. And he's kind of eating up that shot clock, which there's a lot left. 48 seconds and just 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Kesselring now kind of backs out, surveys the defense, swings it back out to Tommy Ortega. Ortega got to come back right side. to Cho. Cho now going to work down the goal line and pull back out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now he's going to drive. Kicks it out in front. The shot. The goal. What a great play set up by Aaron Cho. Ultimately gets it in the wickets of Grant Green, who lights the lamp and gives the Spartans another goal, and they now lead it 9-4 with 4:55 remaining in the game. The Spartans have come together and put the effort in and gotten the momentum to go when they needed it to go at critical times in the game. And I said it earlier, but I'll go back to it now. That goal at the end of the first quarter kind of started setting the tempo. You didn't want to go an entire goal without getting on the board, and you want to kind of get your wits about you, and that's exactly what they did. And they've been able to come up and do what they've needed to do throughout this game, with the 17th ranked team in the nation on the other side of the field. So we've got 4:50 remaining until this one is complete and in the books. And the way it's looking now, it's looking good for the Spartans, but they cannot let up, leading 9-4. Tars trying to come up the field, and now they're getting a little bit desperate, and they're stumbling over their own feet, which will happen at the end of the game. It is a trying sport, and one that requires a lot of physical ability, mental ability, and above all, toughness. Each and every one of these players takes a beating out on that field every single day, yet they keep coming back stronger and more focused on the task at hand. And the task at hand here tonight is coming up with a win with a conference foe that came across the state to visit us here in Tampa on this Saturday evening under the lights. And the shot and the goal coming from the far side. And yet it's a goal again, this time for Grant Green, who lights that lamp and lights the scoreboard. And in case you're not seeing it up on the scoreboard, when one of our players scores a goal, their picture, their name is lit up huge on the board, and that's great for this old guy who can't see otherwise, and I'm looking up to see the name, and I know who it is that officially got the goal, but I could see that it went in the net, and that's one for Grant Green. And so far on the night, Grant has had a pretty good night for the Spartans, and getting that goal might just be the one that seals the deal at 3:57 to go in the game, as the Spartans now have a 6-goal lead, and they're pouring it on. 3:45 left in the quarter. J.B. Clark has to be happy with the way the intensity has picked up here in this fourth quarter. And the face-off would go again to the Spartans. So in face-offs, they're still trailing by one at 9-8 overall. So the analytics say that when you win more face-offs, you win more games. But that's okay. We're winning where it matters most, as Tommy Ortega spins, drives, kicks out, shoots, and a nice save. Shot just a tad high, but again, that good goaltender for the Tars. But it's loose again, and the Spartans pick it back up, and it's Tommy Ortega, and that resets the shot clock to 80. So time to run some clock. Cho will work it across center field and kick it back out to the far side. Back to Cho. Cho kind of the quarterback out there. Over to Tommy Ortega. Ortega goes long, down deep to Kesselring. Kesselring swings it across the back. Now it's back out top. Back over to Cho. La-dee-da, the merry-go-round we go. And Jackson Bashaw is in on the action. 40 seconds on the shot clock. Tommy Ortega backs away from a swinging stick. And you can see the frustration setting in a little bit on this Rollins team as he comes back to Grant Green. Grant Green back over to Ortega. inside. Shot and save by the Tars goaltender. 1:55 to go. And the Spartans about to improve to 13-1 on the season, 4-0 in the conference, and an impressive win against a nationally ranked opponent is just now 1 minute and 30 seconds to being complete and in the books. And as we start winding it down, again, a special thank you to the entire team here in the University of Tampa Spartan press box, especially my director, my producer, Andre Paye, who was bringing the pictures home to you, to the voice of the University of Tampa Spartans athletic department. If you're lucky enough to attend a game, you know that magical voice that Dwayne Taylor provides in telling the story of our athletes. And I was very privileged tonight to get to have an upfront seat for this match. And thank you to Coach Clark and the staff here at the University of Tampa for letting an old guy have a little bit of fun and sit and talk with you all. So we do appreciate you tuning in. We have a minute 2 to go before this one is official. And again, this will improve the Spartans to 13-1. And again, a very special congratulations going out to those 3 senior cheerleaders as they were recognized at halftime for their senior recognition for all they've done for the University of Tampa. And if you're wondering what it is they've done, well, last year they won a national championship over in Orlando. And a week from this weekend, they'll be back in Orlando trying to defend and win yet another natty.
Tampa Pound teacher number 32, Josh Weitzman. 1 minute for cross-check.
So we'll get a face-off as the Fogos are out on the field. And I believe Tampa takes a timeout. And Coach Clark wants a few moments. Program that you are fortunate to be watching here tonight has their eyes set on a very big prize, and they'll do everything they can to work to that ultimate goal. J.B. Clark is the man who runs the show, over 400 career wins, and this face-off, it is fought hard. They fight to the end on both sides of the ledger here as the time is winding at 57 seconds and a stoppage of play. The officials will talk. I wonder if the conversation was about the call or if there's a cocktail waiting somewhere after. Who knows? It's Saturday night. And it's been a great evening, a great day on the Spartan campus. And Rollins wants to talk things over, discuss it. Down by 5 at 10-5. And they take a quick timeout. 10-5, Spartans lead. 50 seconds until it's in the books. The Tars trying to get one more on the board. And give them credit. They're fighting to the end no matter what, and that's what great teams do. And they've still got a lot of season left to go, and the Tars come back with it. They are working hard. Nice play by the Tars. And the shot and the save for our goalie, who has yet another great save on the night, Weston Schmidt. And there's just under 15 seconds, and they're going to go after Schmidt. And he doesn't care. He lofts it long down the field. Coffin corner, out of bounds, 4 seconds. And the time will expire. So this one is in the books. The 4th conference win, improving to 13-1. Now 6 consecutive wins for J.B. Clark and his University of Tampa Spartans. Our final score, the University of Tampa 10, the Tars from Rollins College 5. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight, and we hope to see you soon at a Tampa Spartan athletic event. For my producer, Andre Paye, and all of us at the University of Tampa, I'm Mike Gallagher. Have a great night, and congratulations to your Tampa Spartans.